Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Lu and I'll be guiding through your 30 minutes prenatal flow. Have 1 or 2 blocks. If you don't have a block, you can grab a couple heavy books to be your support. Also a blanket or a pillow, something that gets you all comfortable. We're gonna be using actually the blocks and the blankets today for sure, especially at the end of class. So I'll give you a minute to go and grab your props, and then you can return to your mat and be ready. Today I want to really focus on taking this time to find some time for yourself for self-care. There's so much going on. Things are start to come back to normal, at least here in Ohio. That's what it's happening. So we see a lot of more people outside. You see a lot of more people out and about doing their things. And what happens when we do that, we forget about ourselves. We forget about taking the time for ourselves to just relax, to just rest. And especially right now for the mamas, it is very, very important to give yourself that time. Give yourself that moment of rest. Give yourself that moment of just disengaging really from the whole entire world. And I invite you to stay here with me for 30 minutes and really focus on that self-care. Again, I'm Lu. Welcome to Prenatal Yoga. We're going to get started right away into a child's pose today. So for the child's pose, if you have your blocks or your bricks, place them on the top of your mat. So find as wide child's pose as you can. So separate your knees by the edges of your mat and bring your toes together. So when you have that nice space for your big bump, you can go ahead and move your elbows or your forearms on the top of your blocks. So if you're able to keep your elbows down, you can go ahead and bring your hands together and then relax your head back down. If you don't want to keep your head completely on the mat, you can go ahead and move your elbows a little further. Bring all 10 fingers to touch. Place your thumbs behind your neck. This is going to give you a lot of stretch for your triceps, as well while you're doing some hip stretch. Don't forget to breathe here. Stay there for a couple more breaths while I talk to you for a moment. So start really connecting with your space. Let go of whatever that happened before. Keep only the present moment. You have 30 minutes. That's only 30 minutes that you can practice that self-love, self-care, a moment for yourself. So take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, side out. One more, just like that. Inhale through your nose, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. You can stay there just for a deeper tricep stretch. Expand through your chest when you breathe in. Release your belly when you breathe out. And then go ahead and rise. Come to a seat. Find a cross leg to start. And we're going to do a little bit of hip circles here to awaken your hips. Just going around clockwise or counterclockwise. It doesn't matter which one you start with. Just make sure you go on both directions. So just go around just a couple more times. And then switch to the other direction. Giving your body that nice movement. Keep your sits bones down to support your body. And then slowly start making the circle smaller and smaller. Smaller and smaller until you stop and return to center. Great work. Now place your right leg on the top of your left. So it's like you're trying to stack your shins, your right shin on the top of your left shin. And then flex all 10 toes. Grab one block. Bring it to your left side. Inhale, bring both arms up, find a long, long stretch. Exhale, side body stretch. Release your left elbow on the block and lift your right arm up and over your head. Frame your right ear with your right bicep. And then take a moment here to really breathe and feel that engagement. Keep your breath going. Nice, everybody. We're almost there. I have to put my time here. Maybe gaze at that right elbow to expand through your heart. Another breath in. And return back to center. Block is now on the right. If you have two, you can keep one on the right, one on the left. Inhale, both arms up. Find that long stretch. Stretch up. Exhale, side body stretch. Wait, return to center. Let's change the leg first. My bad, sorry about that. So inhale, reach, left leg over right. And then exhale, side body stretch. Right elbow rests on the right block or the floor. If it's accessible to you, gaze at that left elbow. Just breathe. And engage your obliques. Side body so strong. Almost there. Keep your breath active, in through your nose, out through your mouth, and then gently return back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Open your feet like a book. And it's like a butterfly, right? You're not going to really fly the butterfly. And then just draw your belly button towards the front of your mat, whatever the front is to you. And breathe. So as you open that book, it's a great way to support your knee joints. So keep your toes flexed and open your book to just feel a deeper stretch in your quads. I'm feeling it, feels great. Just keep breathing right here. Nice work, friends. One more inhale. And then rise. So good. All right, come to tabletop pose. And keep your blocks at the top. So tabletop, find that moment. Really engage through all 10 fingertips and press the mat away. Stack your hips over your knees and keep your belly strong. So you're not really resting down yet. So you engage your belly to find some back support. Now inhale, dip your belly down, but continue to engage your core. Lift your shoulders, lift your gaze and your hips all the way to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, cat pose, round your back. Squeeze your core tight and send your back to the ceiling. Nice, inhale, cow pose, one more time. Find that core engagement. Lift your gaze, spread your collarbones. Exhale, cat pose, round your back, tuck your chin to your chest. Press the mat away. Two more. Inhale, dip it down. Exhale, rise your spine up. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Awesome, my friends. Now go ahead and tuck your toes under, and you can even bring your knees as wide as your mat and even your toes for a wide leg downward facing dog. So take a moment to engage. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, wide leg, downward facing dog. Press your heels down. Send your chest towards your legs. And remove your, rest your shoulders down and away from your ears. Press firmly into your point fingers, into your thumbs, hugging your mat. And downward dog, it's like you're trying to bring your hands towards your feet in a way where that's not really happening, but it's like, imagine they're gonna come together as one.
So you really keep hands and feet engaged to the mat. One more breath in. And then slowly bring your hands towards your feet. Take a nice slow rise all the way up to standing. Move a little bit. All right, now bring your hands to your heart center. Take a moment to really settle into this floor. Feet can be hip distance apart. So bring all 10 fingers, all corners of your feet, connect them to the mat. And then just take a moment to really find that intention for your practice. Intention of self-care is what I want to share with you today, but any intention is welcome to your mind, to your heart. So breathe in to find that intention with you. Share it out, keep it there. Awesome, my friends. Hold your belly and do some core engagement here. So what I need to do is to really squeeze your bump if you have one. If you don't, just squeeze your abs. Squeeze your belly. Squeeze it in and then release. One more time, squeeze it in and release. This is like a variation of core, of like a sit-up. A lot of us at this point cannot do any sit-ups anymore. Maybe you can, that's great if you do. I'm unable to do it right now. The bump is really big. So my focus here is to really work with my core. So really hug your core muscles every time you squeeze it in, and then release when you breathe out. So use your breath to guide you. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, release. Awesome, one more. And let it all out. Good work. All right, step your right foot forward and your left foot back. Feel free to have your blocks nearby. And then left toes towards the left edge of the mat. Right knee stacked over your right ankle. Inhale, lift your arms up and overhead. Nice, yogis. This is where you want. Take a deep breath in. Where you want right here. Exhale, eagle arms. Bring your right arm underneath your left. Option to just use those hands to tap on your shoulders. Call that a yoga hug or a bear hug. Or you wrap your forearms around, bring your palms to touch. Maybe even gaze at the ceiling for a little back bend. Really hug your core muscles to protect your lower back. Just breathe here. Take another breath in. And another breath out. Inhale, release your arms. Bring them up and overhead. Exhale, pyramid pose. Straight your right leg and lower your hands down to your blocks or the mat. Now you have both legs straight. You can go as deep as you'd like here if you don't have a bump like me. So you can really place your palms on the floor and you can send your forehead towards your knees. Find a nice juicy hamstring stretch. I'm just gonna stay right here with the highest position of my block, just because I don't have quite all the space. And then find another breath in. And slowly bend your front knee and walk your hands to the left side of the mat for wide leg forward fold. So your right leg forward fold can be with or without your blocks. You can keep your hands on your block and just keep a neutral spine. If you want a deeper stretch and find a little bit more of an inversion, you can bring the curl of your head down to the block or the floor. Whatever you feel more comfortable. Maybe even grab the outside of your feet for a more active pose. Just stay there and breathe. Nice stretch in your inner thighs. So good for your sciatic, if you have any sciatic pain. more breath. Inhale, come to a halfway lift if you're folded. And then slowly bring your both feet, all 10 toes to face the front. Now take a deep breath in, and then we just switch legs. So left foot goes forward, right foot goes back. Inhale, rise. You see, I always use my blocks to move around. That gives me some support. So adjust yourself here. Sometimes it's even nice if you just square your hips to the front. Grab your hips and square, and then bend your knee, stack your front knee over your front ankle. And right foot out to the right side. Inhale, lift. Warrior one. Exhale, eagle arms. This time left arm underneath your right. Palms together or bear hug. Whatever choice you did on the right, honor your body and do it on the left. Maybe gaze up for that back bend. Hug your core muscles to keep your lower back safe. Just breathe. One more inhale. And then gently release. Inhale, lift your arms up and overhead. Exhale, pyramid pose, straight both legs, dive down. Hinge at your hips. And do the same variation you did on that side. Stay there. I'm just going to move so we can be on the same direction when I forward. Wide leg forward fold. So breathe in here. A couple more. You're free to go deep if you can. Forehead to knee. One more breath in. And then slowly find your wide leg, forward fold. This time, interlace your fingers behind your lower back for some chest expansion. If this is too much, you can just hold opposite elbows. This is a great way to really stretch out and keep your wrists active. Stay here for a little bit more. Stay there for one more breath. And then slowly guide yourself again to the top of the mat. Come to a tabletop. Awesome. All right, a little bit more of core engagement before we change into a couple more hip openers. So tabletop first, find that alignment, and then inhale, lift your right arm forward, palm face in. Exhale your left leg back. If you just want to hold where you are, this is perfectly fine. Otherwise, inhale, deep breath in, long spine, flex your left toes. Exhale, elbow to knee. If you can't touch, that's fine. Just come to center and engage your core. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring back in. Almost there. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going. You've got this. Reach and come back. Awesome work. Almost there. And bring it back. One more. Keep your leg back when you extend for the last time and plant your palm on the floor. Inhale, lower your toes down. Exhale, lift. Lower and lift. All right, a little bit of a glute work here. So keep engaging everything. Flex your left toes and lift with control. Square your hips down. So the weight of your body is in both hands. Hold up in 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Hold up and just add little pulses. Nice. Just for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Release your knee back down.
Go ahead and extend the other arm. Left arm forward, palm face in. Inhale, reach your right leg back, flex your toes. Exhale, bird dog, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, connect back to center. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, round your back. Yes. Keep going. You got a few more here. Awesome, yogis. Breathe in and out. 2 more, and you're gonna do the same thing. You hold the right leg back. Last one. Hold your right leg back, palm on the mat. Inhale, touch your toes down. Exhale, lift. Lower, lift, keep going. Breathe in and out. So strong. Nice work. Almost there. I'm gonna hold high in 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold high and little pulse. Pulse up. 4, 3, I'm feeling. Last 2, and 1. Oh, surrender. Now flip your right palm. So like your fingers are gonna point the back wall. And then do little circles again, clockwise this time. Just clockwise, just stretch your wrists. You're gonna need it really soon here. And then slowly switch. Flip your left palm, fingers point the back wall. And then counterclockwise, your hips go. As you stretch out your wrists, you're giving your hips, your glutes, a little release after those leg lifts. So just 1 more. And then surrender. Go ahead and let's prepare for frog pose malasana. So if you need your block, you can place it right there between your legs. I'm gonna face you guys. And then I'm gonna come into a frog pose. Toes out, heels in. You can use your block to sit if you want, or just sit on the ground. Right here, right now, press your elbows into your legs. Lift your chest, keep your spine nice and tall. And here, you have an opportunity to do some Kegels exercise if you'd like. So important for labor. So important for postpartum. So a way to know, way of knowing that you're doing this right, you're not squeezing your abs, you're not engaging your abs for this exercise. You're really hugging your pelvic area, you're hugging your sits bones, muscles, rather than your abs. Your abs are just there neutral and just supporting your body. So squeeze it in for 3 seconds and release. Now you can stay longer if you want. You can hold for 5 seconds. But if you do that, don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Yes, great work. Just 3 more. So good to find this time to take care of yourself. Give yourself that break we all need. In and out. 1 more. And gently release. Feel free to just move the block and sit on the floor. I'll face the other side again, and then we'll go for a little bit more of work on your triceps. So feet hip width distance apart, and you're gonna keep your hands, fingers point the front. Hope you can see my fingers. And then here, you're gonna rise, lift your hips high, and then lower down. So you see my elbows are bending back. That's the work right there. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Elbows point back and they bend back when you lower your hips down. Now keep going. Great, great. Necessary tricep work here for after, when you're gonna need to hold your baby if you have a baby there. If you don't, it is great anyways to work your triceps. Summer is around the corner, right? All right, almost there. 4, 3, ooh, last 2, and 1. Release. Interlace your fingers, reach up. We go for our second round, but before we stretch, palms face the ceiling. Oh, go buddy, almost in class. Go with daddy, buddy. Sorry guys, little distraction here. Go with daddy, buddy. Go with daddy. All right, almost there. One more inhale, and then roll your shoulders back and forth, back and forth, and then we'll go back. When we go back, we're just gonna hold that position high. So this is a great exercise. Supports your chest and your triceps. I've just learned that it's a great support for breastfeeding because you're really opening your chest. You're really working the muscles of that area. And you can look back or keep your gaze up. Just hold here for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Gently release. Nice release. Awesome work. All right, block or no block for your bridge pose. And before we do that bridge pose, I like to sit on a block for this one. We're going to figure 4 variation. So you can sit on the block. I'm a little higher, you guys can see me better. And then right here, you plant your palms back down. I'm not putting a lot of weight on your arms. Instead, you lift your chest, cross your right ankle over the left thigh, flex your right toes, and breathe. And then switch legs, left leg over right, just breathe. Flex your left toes to protect your knee joint. Expand through your chest. And then surrender. Setting up for bridge pose, feet hip a distance apart. Before you go, send your blocks to the back wall, to the back part of the set of your mat, just so you have it. I'll help you with the setup or blanket and blocks. So go ahead and lower all the way down, take your time, and then bring your feet hip a distance apart. You have the choice of keeping this a little bit more restorative. Place a block underneath your sacrum. We're not staying on our back for too long. As you probably know, it's not very safe for pregnant women past the 3rd trimester especially to be on their backs. So you're not going to stay here too long. So keep the block if you want a more restorative. If you want a more stretch, interlace your fingers behind your lower back and just send your hips high to the sky. Awesome core and glute work right here. So important to work your core muscles, as I always speak. I know I always say core, 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 but it is so important. One more breath. And then gently release, lower down. All right, so the choice is here. If you want to just get ready for your rest, your final rest can be lying on your side, which is the safest way for pregos to be. If you want to do a little bit more of a hip stretch as you rest, I'll help you set up. Otherwise, just stay on your left side and be there for the last few minutes of class. I'll set up for my heart to be below my head. So you kind of put your blocks in like a T, like this. So one is for your head, one is for your spine, and then go ahead and place the blanket. And then you're gonna lie back down. Get your spine on that bottom part of the T, and you can adjust really here. You can lift your block a little bit higher, and then bring the soles of your feet together. And you can hold your bump, or you can keep one hand on your heart. Feel free to close your eyes here. And just take a couple breaths. Give yourself a quiet time to rest, to meditate, to release any tension. I'll leave you silent for a minute. Just appreciate whatever it is around you. Appreciate yourself for your health, for your life, and for the creation miracle you have in your body, in your womb. Honor your minute and you stay there. And start bringing awareness back to your body, to your breath. Gently rise and come to a seat. Place your hands on your knees. Take a moment to sit nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back. Relax your hips down to the floor. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Draw your hands to heart center. Thank you, yogis, for sharing your practice with me from your house, from wherever you are. I appreciate your time. The love and the light in the teacher in me always recognizes the love and the light in each and every one of you. And I hope you're having a safe time. I hope you're having time to practice self-care at least 15 minutes a day. 30 minutes for a class or anything else that you enjoy doing. Draw your thumbs between your eyebrows, sit of intuition, and together we go for our word, sharing the beauty inside of us to each other. So take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. My name is Lu, and I'll be guiding you through this prenatal flow for as long as I can. I'll probably do a little bit more. I'll do the next weekend and maybe a couple more in June. Then I'm just gonna relax and wait for this baby to come because I have a feeling it's gonna be here earlier. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy this beautiful day that it is if you are in Ohio, or enjoy whatever you are, and be safe. Thank you. Until next Saturday. Bye guys.